Hello and one and all, and welcome back to yet another movie review. And this time I shall be doing a new release movie review. Thank God, I've been waiting to do one of these for a while. And that is for the highly anticipated DC film that we've all been looking forward to for so long, myself included, and that is The Batman, which is directed by Matt Reeves, stars Robert Pattinson as Batman. You have Zoe Kravitz, if I've pronounced her name right, as Catwoman. Paul Dano as the Riddler. Colin Favreau as Penguin. Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon. And Andy Serkis as Alfred. God, what a cast! And guys, do keep in mind, this is going to be a completely spoiler-free review, so do not worry. I am not going to hint at any plot point details, anything what happens in the movie that is considered a spoiler. But I am going to do a spoiler review later on, at some point in the week. So look out for that, guys, if you have seen it. But if you've not seen it, do not worry, you're safe for this video. So, The Batman, by many people, myself included, was the most anticipated film for 2022. You know, it was one of those films that's been getting pushed back due to the coronavirus pandemic, and it is actually out now. Oh my god. And basically with this Batman film, it follows Batman in his second year, Bruce Wayne's second year as the Cape Crusader, and basically the police aren't really comfortable with him yet, other than Commissioner James Gordon, who works for Batman. Basically they're creating a friendship and figuring out how to stop the main villain, the Riddler. And guys, the character of Batman means the absolute world to me. Like, one of those characters, especially the Tim Burton films, I have so much fun with, even though I don't consider them to be the best made Batman films, but they're certainly the most fun. Returns I do like better, but for the most part, I think they are pretty underrated. And the animated series I love to bits and pieces of it. Oh my god, probably my favorite TV show there is out there. And the Dark Knight trilogy means the world to me. Like, it's possibly my favorite trilogy. Like, I rewatched them before this, and they keep getting better and better. And say what you want about The Dark Knight Rises, but at least that film enhances the other two movies, which are considered standalones, to say the least. Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, which I still think are the best of the trilogy. But Dark Knight Rises is a film that gets so much hate on, and I really do not understand it. It gets better and better, in my opinion, and they are some of my favorite films of all time. They are films that I can watch over and over again, like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, mainly the first two. And I do like Ben Affleck's Batman quite a bit, even though he hasn't had the greatest films with his character, other than Zack Snyder's Justice League. That being said, guys, I'm incredibly pleased to say that I absolutely adored the Batman to no end. It was magnificent, to say the least, and it might be my favorite. As I keep thinking about it, I was completely blown away by the Batman. First of all, the thing that people have been arguing about Robert Pattinson, it's like a Daniel Craig, James Bond thing, where, Robert Pattinson's not Batman. Alright guys, enough with the Twilight treatment, alright? It is finished, okay? Robert Pattinson was absolutely phenomenal as Batman. Like, he was possibly the best incarnation of Batman I have ever seen. He was so riveting and just the way they first introduced him, oh my god, it was amazing. I don't know if he's the best Bruce Wayne, but he still did a fantastic job as Bruce Wayne nonetheless. But it's mainly Batman who I loved, who was a badass. Oh my god, I was so in love with the character, and just Robert Pattinson really surprised me, and just I flat out loved his Batman to no end. And Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman / Selina Kyle, who I love, the best Catwoman since Michelle Pfeiffer, and like I absolutely loved her character as well. She was a badass as well. Her chemistry with Robert Pattinson as Batman / Bruce Wayne was amazing. You know, I loved the way Catwoman was portrayed, and also Colin Favreau as the Penguin. Very unrecognizable to see Colin Favreau. The CGI on the Penguin was amazing, and just it was so good. And say what you want about Danny DeVito as Penguin in Batman Returns, I do have a lot of fun with him. Colin Favreau takes it as Penguin. And can I just say, guys, Paul Dano as the freaking Riddler, oh my god. And I do like Jim Carrey as the Riddler quite a bit, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Batman Forever. I do like him quite a bit, even though he got a little too jokey for my taste. I do enjoy his character quite a bit, and it's one of the positive things about Batman Forever, in my opinion. With Paul Dano as the Riddler, was the creepiest Riddler to screen yet. Oh my god, he was absolutely perfect in the role, and I really loved his character. It was creepy. He was very it was so Seven vibe. Just this film really takes inspiration from David Fincher's Seven, and really loved the Riddler in this film. Oh my god. And Andy Serkis, who plays Alfred Pennyworth, who I absolutely loved. Andy Serkis. We all know Andy Serkis. He's an amazing actor. We all know him from Gollum in Lord of the Rings and Caesar in the Planet of the Apes trilogy. This is like his third time working with Matt Reeves, and oh my god, he and Matt Reeves are working together so well, and I loved Andy Serkis as Alfred. The way he portrayed him was so good. And Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner James Gordon, I loved him as well. I thought he was the best Commissioner Gordon since Gary Oldman. Not too sure about the best wise, but definitely better than J.K. Simmons in the DC Extended Universe. But for what Jeffrey Wright had to do, and teaming up with Robert Pattinson's Batman was so good. And guys, the way the Batman feels, it just feels like a thriller, pretty much. You can call this an action film, yes, but really what the Batman is, it just, like I said with the Riddler, it feels like a thriller, and just the vibe to it, and oh my god, and I love there's a chase scene in this film, which I'll mention in the spoiler review whenever I get to doing it. And overall, guys, I was completely blown away by the Batman. It might be the best I've ever seen, and it probably, for comic book film wise, it might be my favorite, because this is the type of Batman I've wanted to see for such a long time, because Batman isn't a very happy person at all, because we all know the history with Batman and Bruce Wayne, and just wanted a dark vibe to Batman. I mean, if you thought Batman Returns was the darkest Batman film, take a look at The Batman. The Batman completely overtakes it regards to the darkest it's ever gotten. Oh my god. And overall, guys, and before we get to my grade, which you kind of guessed it already, but whatever, the runtime is 2 hours and 56 minutes long, nearly 3 hours long. But trust me, guys, it does not feel like it. As you get invested with the story and the characters, it flies by, it whizzes by like that. And it's yet another thing they're complaining about the runtime, not just Robert Pattinson. I'm like, stop. We're not children, okay? We're adults. Thank you. So, overall, guys, the Batman I absolutely adored. Oh my god, it was just... I've been waiting to see this for a long time, and here we are. I have seen this film with my eyes. This was an absolute experience. I loved every single thing about this film. You can argue that The Dark Knight is the best made Batman film, but if you look at which is the more Batman film, The Batman is probably it. From the performances, Robert Pattinson as Batman knocked it out of the park. Oh my god. So did Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, and Paul Dano as the Riddler, and Colin Favreau as the Penguin. Everybody else did a fantastic job in this film, and I cannot wait to see this film again and again. And if you couldn't tell, guys, on my letter grade scale, I am of course giving the Batman an A+. God, it's so good to be getting good DC films. We've got good Marvel films, but we need more good DC. We've had the Suicide Squad, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and now this. I mean, not just franchise, but anything DC. And the Batman works completely all on its own. There you go, guys. That was my review on The Batman. So, comment down below, let me know what you thought of The Batman. Where does it rank, in your opinion, regards to the Batman films? Comment down below, let me know below in the comments, and let's have a great discussion in the comments below. And look out for my spoiler review, which I'll be doing later this week. Look out for that. And I am incredibly sorry about the rain, guys. Unfortunately, I don't have the best time scheduling. This was the best time I could film my review. But anyways, if you are new to my channel, I am a movie reviewer from the UK that likes to do movie reviews, especially something new comes out, and classics on special occasions in general. But as always, guys, please feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe, share this video, and notify that bell before you leave. All of my social media links can be found in the description below. And as always, until my next video, I shall see you then, and peace. I am vengeance.